I've been riding this Honda scooter for the last few weeks. Let me tell you what I think about it. It's pretty cool. Check it out. The Honda ADV 150, 14.5 horsepower, top speed of 113 kilometers per hour, which is about 85 miles per hour. The seat storage is fantastic. You get 2 helmets in there. I can get 6 large water bottles in here. It's amazing what you can fit inside this thing. And I usually don't ever have a backpack. I just happen to have my computer and some other things with me today. But my 15-inch MacBook Pro will fit in here, along with raincoat, a couple helmets, and whatever else. Okay. This is one of the coolest features. You have this little glove box here, and inside here you have 12-volt power source. So I put my phone in here for the GPS and plug it in. My phone never goes dead. This is pretty cool. It's the small things that make a big difference when you're riding these every day. So when you ride this, it feels full size, like a dirt bike feel to it. And you're not sitting so low, you're sitting up higher. And with the wide handlebars, it just, in my opinion, it responds quicker and easier. And with that low center of gravity, like all motorbikes, slow speed maneuvering is fantastic. It's very easy to jump on this. The throttle response is very smooth going in and out of corners. It's a motorbike you jump on, and within a minute, I'm not exaggerating, within a minute, you just feel confident and comfortable, and you just get on it, it just feels good. Many other motorbikes, motorcycles, it takes a couple hours, maybe a day, 3 days, depending on what it is, to really acclimate and really get comfortable on it and confident on the bike. But this, I'm not joking, 1 minute, and you just think, holy cow, where have you been all my life? So much better compared to any motorbike I've ridden. And a lot of it has to do with the suspension. Most of it is the suspension. Yeah, the seat posture, you sit up on it like on a dirt bike. Nice wide handlebars. It just feels good. I mean, it really kind of feels like that 150R dirt bike, you know, with the power at the top and instead of the bottom, of course. But let's see here. And of course, it doesn't sound near as cool. But this thing is just, man, you just jump on it and just you really feel confident on this thing. It just handles so good. And the extra couple inches of travel compared to the other motorbikes I've ridden, whether it's the Click 125, the Yamaha 155, I mean, compared to any other motorbike I've been on, extra couple inches of travel didn't sound like a lot, but wow, what a difference it makes. These roads in Thailand are not the best. I mean, well, Southeast Asia. The road may be good like it is right now, looks nice, all right, no problem, huh? But then it just changes instantly. You'll be huge potholes, or just turn to gravel and mud. And I mean, I've taken this thing through mud puddles. I mean, deep. Well, I bottomed this thing out going through water and mud puddles that going by my GPS looks like a normal paved road, and the pavement ends and you're going cross country. And if I was on a street bike, that would totally suck. But this thing has all-terrain type tires on it, and even in the mud, it never really slipped around, slid any. I mean, you go around a corner, and there's some of these bad roads on these other motorbikes, and it unsettles the suspension. Yeah, that'll make your butt pucker. But this thing, man, you can fly around the corners on this compared to anything else I've been on. I ride this thing, I take the corners as if I'm on a motorcycle. And there's been a few times I'll hit the corners and be dragging the foot platforms on this thing. It just, handles so good. At no time does it ever feel like shit's gonna get weird taking corners fast. Boy, this is nice riding in Thailand. It's always warm. December 10th today. There we go. But you can see it's got plenty of acceleration. You know, in the city or within 10 miles, this is all you need right here. I've never been in traffic where I felt like, you know, I'm being left behind, or I have to get to the side of the road because cars are blasting by me. In fact, just the opposite, because I do ride a bit fast, probably faster than I should, because nobody seems to care. But man, this suspension is tough to beat. I mean, this is good. No joke. You jump on this in 1 minute, you're gonna feel like a pro. You're gonna feel like this is yours. You've been riding for years on this thing. With a second person on here, I've been riding around with another person. She's about 115 pounds, I suppose, 115. And this thing handles great. Still plenty of power. You barely notice the passenger on there. Braking on a motorcycle, I'm using, you know, 2 fingers on that front brake. On this thing, emergency braking, you might have 3 fingers on this and squeezing pretty hard. But I've been on much worse, that's for sure. So for motorbike standards, scooter standards, this thing's really awesome. So I've been riding this thing for, man, over a month now. This thing's awesome. Really cool. I've had 3 people on here, and I don't recommend that, but yeah, so you have 3 people on here, and you know, it's not that big of a deal really. And the way you sit on this thing, it's really easy to stand up. You sit really tall on this compared to the other motorbikes. So when you hit some big speed bumps or bad bumps, you just stand up on it like you're on a dirt bike and just roll over them, versus plopped on the seat and having that jarring experience. Riding these motorbikes, it's so cool, so cheap to rent, so many variety. If you get tired of this, you want something faster or different style, more storage, different color, you just go rent it. I'm paying 200 baht a day, which is like $8, I think, $8-9 a day. It's a freaking bargain. So I personally would never buy one. Way better rent. You ride it, hot rod around. When you get tired of it, you just take it back, leave the country.
Khop khun krap. Now get over here to Southeast Asia, rent a motorbike, because it's the wild, wild west over here. Nobody's gonna give you a ticket. You can ride like a maniac. But don't do that because you don't want to die. But seriously, it's so much more fun to ride over here or in any developing country than it is in the United States. US is fun, but not as fun as this here.